What's up, guys? Vress here. Just kidding. Oh, what's another one I can think of? Hey boys, hey guys, it's your boy Asmongold. No, it's not that. How about God is good, and with each day that passes brings us closer to a day in the launch of Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. This is the Nathan. No, we're not Nathan. You know who it is? It's just me. It's just caffeine injected. So I was playing World of Warcraft the past few weeks, and I just was getting really burned out on it, which happens to me. And trying to find something to play. I couldn't find any new MMOs that I liked. I tried a few different games. I tried some old games. And of course, I think the one game that I always come back to, there's two games that I always fall back on when World of Warcraft is a game that I have a hard time playing because I'm burned out. Guild Wars 2 and Black Desert. The difference between the two games is that Guild Wars 2 has really good combat, but Black Desert has excellent combat. Black Desert has a more realistic kind of art style, maybe. Guild Wars 2 has a more stylized art style. Guild Wars 2 has really... I think it's got a better... Well, it definitely has a better story. The quests and stuff, I think, are more interesting. You know, Black Desert's pretty plain Jane as far as the questing. Black Desert has a lot better... there's more involved gathering. You know, I mean, you have your different minions you can send out to chop down trees for you or to gather ore for you. There's a lot more involvement on trading and gathering and crafting. It's a very in-depth system, and it's really a cool system. And the fishing and the whale hunt, spearfishing, and all that kind of stuff in Black Desert are super cool. But I just wasn't in the mood for Black Desert. You know, it doesn't really have kind of that end game PvE content that I'm looking for. So, anyways, I had started leveling a hunter. And the hunter in Black Desert's Guild Wars 2 is actually pretty fun. So I thought we'd continue leveling the hunter. Black Desert. I'm sorry. Guild Wars 2 definitely has some interesting dyeing and kind of customization of your gear. And I haven't played this game in a while, so I got to remember how I set it all up. But if you go to your character and you can see the colors, the dyes that are set up on these items, you know. So if I go here and I want to maybe click this, and maybe I'll do this, click that, you can change the color, and then you can apply it. And this is actually free, apparently. But you can go ahead and just customize your gear pretty quickly. There's quite a few different colors. This gives you a really high degree of variation, you know, in how you make your character look. So that's something that I really like. But anyways, I haven't played, Guild Wars 2 in a while, so I'm going to send my crazy looking pet here to attack, hopefully. And I think I've got a knockback ability. Well, I just killed him anyway. But you're going to have to forgive me because I have to remember all my skills and stuff. So you've got your weapons. You can also weapon swap. So if you look at my character right now, I have equipment. I have a bow, but if I weapon swap, I'm weapon swapping to a mighty bronze axe and a precise green wood warhorn. And of course, when you do that, you get different skills. So weapon swap. Now I've got this split blade axe, and there's a lot to the Guild Wars 2 combat system as far as there's a lot of effects and stuff. I don't want to go through and explain all that right now because I'm trying to remember myself how to play the game, so isn't going to make a lot of sense for me to try to tell you guys how this all works, because obviously I would just fumble and bumble and stumble all through that. But what I do want to do is I hate this pet. I really don't like running around with what looks like a big iguana or a big lizard. It's just kind of ugly, and I don't like it. So we are going to take a look at a video made by Vress Games, and P.S. I don't really like this guy, but this video actually seems decent. So, and he's weird. This guy Vress created his own channel and he got a lot of subscribers really quickly. And he did the typical shtick of top 10 this, top 10 that, top 10 this, and he actually got a lot of people and a lot of subscribers. And he got up to around almost 20,000 subscribers, and he just disappeared. Hasn't done a video in over a year or something. So who knows what happened to this guy? But this video gives us some of the Guild Wars 2 locations of pets we can get, and I don't really know even how to get these pets, to be honest. So we're gonna fumble and stumble, but let's try to find a different pet. So we have the wolf here, and we have the polar bear. And I guess when you get different expansions, it's just like World of Warcraft, that adds new pests to the game, so you can get. So here's a bear. That would be kind of a neat pet, I think. There's a snow leopard here. Of course, some of these zones are probably much higher level than maybe than I am, but they do. I think they scale, if I remember correctly. Or maybe they don't scale. There's a snow leopard. I don't know if I want a snow leopard. There's a raven. That would be kind of an interesting pet, right? A raven lodge. There's these little ravens. We could have a raven pet, and they have these different abilities. So, what else? We got an Arctodus, which might be the pet I have right now. I don't really know. I can't remember what my pet's called. Oh, what is an Arctodus? Oh, it looks more like a... It's kind of like a bear wolf. Or like a jaguar, I guess. A Fern Hound. A lot of these are just the starter areas of the different races. And the jungle spider. I really don't want to have a spider as a pet. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want a spider as a pet. We've got a pink moa, which is what, a bird, right? I think it's just a little pink bird, like a flamingo almost, if I remember correctly. Pink flamingo. We've got... This is what I have, the drake, which I really don't like. Whiptail Devourer. A scorpion. A pig. I sure as heck don't want a pig. And we've got a drake hound. Let's see what this looks like. And this is inside the city. This looks like your little dog. And an eagle. Ooh, an eagle would be kind of a cool pet, I think. Take a look. An eagle. Now, where's this at? Little river, and there's the river drake. So the eagle's actually probably pretty close to me. So let's take a look here. Eagle, earthworks. Way. Alright. Well, let's try to take a look at maybe getting any. I'm actually right by, and I just happen to be standing right at Sojourner's Way. What are the odds? I had no idea that's where I was. So that's actually quite hilarious. So that's really funny. Okay, so there's an eagle. Here's Sojourner's Way. Alright, so let's see if we can get an eagle pet. It looks like he's saying it's right down here. Alright. Weapon swap. And I think I have a run speed increase, don't I? Maybe I don't.
I could outrun a centaur.
There we go. Look at that. Let's take this thing out. Yeah. Alright, so we got the mini map. I think one of the cool things... Hey, Stratus, what's up? You've never played Guild Wars before, Stratus? Oh my god, you're missing out. This is... Guild Wars 2 is in my top 5 MMOs of all time. It's might even be in my top 3. You know, I think you have to put World of Warcraft up there. Lineage 2 just because it was the first MMO I ever played. But I would say Guild Wars 2 is as far as like an overall MMO that has just good systems, like good graphics. It ticks all the boxes. You know, people like to say that. It's got great graphics. It's got good combat. It's got good PvE content. It has dynamic events. It has good grouping. It has not really dungeons so much, but you have events like raids and rifts that you go into and fight bosses. But it also has lots of crafting and stuff like that. So it's just a really good overall game. It's one of the best games without a doubt. And anyway, so let's see if we can find. Let's look at my abilities. I don't remember what they are. So this skill is unique per game mode. It makes makes somebody vulnerable. When his bite throws an axe to chill the area around your foe, and your pet's next attack afflicts weakness. And this throw a spread pattern. We don't care. Let's swap to our bow. And now we're using a bow. We have crossfire. I like doing bleed damage, so that's good. Bleed damage. This one also does poison, which is great. So we can do a lot of what they call in Guild Wars 2, it's called condition damage. So condition damage would be like in World of Warcraft, would be like debuff damage. So you can really get a lot of condition damage in Guild Wars 2, and you can stack gear, which is different. There really isn't that doesn't really exist in World of Warcraft. I mean, there kind of is, like, you could do like shadow power gear, and it would make your shadow dots do more damage. But there's nothing that just does overall condition damage. Like if I'm doing poison damage and I'm doing bleed damage, and I have gear that says plus condition, I think it'll increase the damage of both the bleed and the poison. So that's pretty cool. And then here we've got a crippling shot, which is going to bleed my target as well and cripple them. And then here we've got a concussive shot. So let's just see how much of this stuff we can get going. We're gonna go A, B,
I could outrun a centaur.
C, and now look at all the debuffs on my target. You saw there I had like 4 debuffs on the target. Now here's one of these eagles that we're going to try to make our own pet, which is kind of neat. So now I have to figure out how to do that because I actually don't know how to switch pets. I don't really remember, so this is going to be interesting. Let's go to our character screen and see if there's like a pet window. So you guys are going to have to forgive me here. Let's see, where's the main menu? Here we go. We got Con Hero, Inventory, Male Guild. Hero. Here we go. So we've got, what is this, pet skills? Slot skills. Can you believe this? I may actually have to Google this, guys, or look, I should have done this beforehand, but I don't actually know how to swap out my pet. Here's pet management. Use a new pet. So I don't know like how to grab this other eagle. Like, what do I do? Like this one. What do I do here? They're like... Oh, I charm. Here we go. Oh, well, there we go. It was that simple. What kind of dog is that, mate? That is not a dog, man. That was like... I had like a little... I had a drake. It was a drake as the current pet that I had, but now I've just grabbed this eagle. And I don't really quite understand the pet management in this game, but the eagle has slash your foe. Now this is nice. He does bleed damage, and he does slash, and he swoops down and does some vulnerability, and then he has a screech, which is cool. And I don't know in Guild Wars 2 if we can keybind all their abilities, so that's going to be interesting. So now I've got this cool... This eagle, which is neat because I think it kind of matches my kind of look here, you know? I kind of look very leathery and kind of like a buccaneer almost, you know? So now we've got this, let's try it out. I'm going to send my pet in. And there he goes. First he buffed me.
Get over here and help me.
So that was a little interesting. It took a while for my pet to actually get over there. And here's another player already, so we know there's people in the game. Here's some ore, but I'm not sure if I really am going to be gathering ore on this character. Here's a bandit scout.
Attack!
Told my pet to attack.
You got me.
I don't have any abilities on my other bars here, which I'm going to have to figure out. Ooh, more bandits just drop down here.
You're dead.
Someone get over here and help me. Attack!
So there's a lot of mobs there. Okay, we're gonna tell my pet to attack. We've got a kind of a jump back arrow thingy. There's a stun arrow. And I guess I got to level 21. There's the drake. Now you can actually make these drakes your pet. That's what I had. That's what I had before I got this eagle. This eagle's a little odd. He takes a long time to get into combat. Sending him sending him over to attack this other drake. Well, you know, I'm not... Yeah, the game has world versus world PvP. The game has basically... It has PvP like... It has PvP like... dungeons... Not dungeons. PvP like... You know, like in World of Warcraft, you go into like Warsun Gulch or something. It has PvP battlegrounds that you can go into. And what you do is you enter the PvP lobby here, and I'll show you what this looks like. So you enter the PvP lobby. So this game has a lot of PvP, but it also has PvE. But the PvE is more like world bosses and world events. But they also have these rifts where you get these like little. And I apologize for explaining this poorly because I don't know Guild Wars 2 that well. But you can get these little crystals or these rift stones, and they actually open up a rift, and you go through the rift with like a group of players, and you fight like a big boss in there and do like a PvE like boss fight. Here you have the PvP zone, so you basically go into the PvP zone here, and then you talk to a PvP instructor.
Welcome to the Heart of the Mists, newcomer. Here you can hone your skills and learn how combat works from experienced veterans. Once you feel you're ready, you can move on into battle. As a wise sage once said, know when you can fight and when you cannot.
So there's a PvP server person up here, a server browser, and this will let you
I could outrun a centaur.
let you open up like a browser that lets you, kind of like World of Warcraft, where you just kind of pick what battleground you want to go into. So the game's changed since it first came out. Well, at least it looks different to me anyway, but... And in here, and I could have opened this up, I think, just by clicking the PvP up here at the top. And there's league play, tournaments, rewards, Miss Champions. There's a browser. So here's where you could actually go in, and people can create custom arenas. But you can go in here and pick a standard, and there's different ones, I guess. I don't like a lot of stuff. I don't even. It's been so long since I've done this, but it'll show you the map, like Blockhead Bonanza. These are different like type of conquest matches. And you just go in here, and this is the person, I think, the game name. So someone created the game, I think. And you know, it's up to 25 people in here, and this is the type. It's the Temple of Silent Storm would be the type of battleground, and this battleground is the Spirit Watch. And then down here you've got a Legacy of the Firefoe. So different types of battlegrounds, and you just click on these and join game, and you kind of enter a queue. I mean, I think the PvP is still, you know, it's still, people obviously are still playing it. You see people in here 3-12, but it's not super crowded. But some of the PvP is more crowded, more implemented than others. And then here's like events you can do, and I've never done any of this stuff. This is all new to me. There's leagues, you know, ratings, win losses. This is just like arena type stuff. There's like unranked arena, and there's like a ranking arena season, just like World of Warcraft. There's like a arena league. Okay, so that's just PvP stuff. So there's quite a bit of PvP in the game, but the thing that's interesting about Guild Wars 2 is the PvP gives you cosmetic gear. It doesn't give you like gear that's better than your gear. All you get out of PvP is basically the prestige of being like, you know, ranked high. And
I could outrun a centaur.
you know, you just get like
Attack!
Cosmetic gear, like really cool looking cosmetic items. And of course, you can chop down trees. You can mine ore. Hey, what's up, Timothy? How you doing? You can mine ore. Like I said, there's world events. Like if you go here on the map, you'll actually see kind of like mini bosses that appear on the map, and you can choose to to fight them. And there's fast travel in this game. Once you discover one of these little waypoints, and see these that are filled in with blue, I've discovered them already. And this one I haven't discovered. So this waypoint I haven't discovered. Once you've discovered the waypoints, you can go to them just simply by clicking on them and teleporting. So it's kind of like Skyrim. You do have like that kind of fast travel, which, you know, I actually like it because the world is big. And if you had to travel like everywhere in the world without, you know, it would take you a long time, so. And the fastest way to level is going to be to do the story quest. But as you can see, the graphics are fantastic. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. In fact, like I said, it's as far as level design, I think it's the best MMO ever created. Like, I think the level design is the best. It just looks so nice. When I'm talking about level design, I'm talking about, you know, the hills, the rocks, the layout of the land. You know, it's just so cool. And it also has the best underwater combat of any MMO that's out there. There are dungeons too, though. I mean, there are dungeons as well. But I've only done maybe 5 or 6 dungeons ever. And they're really, because so many players are so, the game scales, like, so it scales to like your level. Like this mob here is level 16, right? And like here you can see if there's a line guard, you can help them out. There's a lot. You have quests in certain areas that want you to do stuff, and like,
thank you for your help.
Like helping these NPCs a lot of times is part of like a quest. But yeah, the zones, like when you're like level 80, when you go into a low level zone. Also, I think it's the best map of any MMO. I think this is the best map ever made. I think it's amazing. Also, when you go into like here, this level 15 to 25 zone is like a level 80 player. You'll get scaled down. You won't be level 80. I'm pretty sure it'll like scale you down. So you can help other players just by going to those low level areas and helping them out, you know.
I could outrun a centaur.
Yeah, I've played the game quite a bit, but not like I'm certainly no expert at Guild Wars 2, but I love the game. I'm not in the mood to do a lot of questing, so you can see the game has really nice,
Is this person bothering you?
really nice
No bother at all.
art style.
We were just having a nice chat, weren't we?
This person is bothering Quaggan. Yes.
Now, I was only...
Enough. You heard her. Move along.
And so really cool. It's got nice NPC dialogues, nice, beautiful art. There's a lot to like about Guild Wars 2. And these are like hero points you can earn. So there's map completion, and one of the best things you can do is just go through each zone and complete it. Like you can see here, it says I'm only 6% completed on the entire world, and in this particular zone, the Keswick Hills map, I'm only 21% completed. So what I want to do is actually complete this map. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
I hope I don't get stuck out here too long.
And I can see that there's a undiscovered vista that I haven't done yet. So do that. Looks like there's some sort of other way to get up there that I'm not sure I'll be able to get to this way. I'm doing it the hard way. This character is level 21. I've never leveled a character in Guild Wars 2 to the max level, but my my Guardian, who is really fun to play. I'll show you. My Guardian is level 71, and she's actually really fun to play. I like Guardians. I also have a 51 Guardian. That's because I had gotten to 51 and I hadn't played the game in like a really long time. And so what I wanted to do is start from scratch, which I usually do if I haven't played a game in over a year, because I don't remember the game that well, and I'll just create a level 1 character and start from there. And so I did a leveling series. So if you look on my channel, there's actually a playlist for this Guardian, my level 71 Guardian, where it's probably a playlist from like level 1 all the way to 71. And I never finished it, but I just kind of got a little burnt out on it, as as me usual. It's pretty lengthy. I mean, I wasn't using the guy when I level. I'm not using at least on this character on the Guardian. I wasn't using any of the leveling boosts. You get so many like scrolls and stuff that you can just consume, and they will actually raise you an entire level. So there's lots of ways to level very quickly in this game. There's even stuff you get that'll raise you like I think 10 levels at once. So, but when I was doing the 1 to 70. 1 to 80 on the Guardian, I was doing it without any XP boosts or aid of any kind. I mean, if they did an event, it was, they turned it on. I couldn't do anything about that. But I've been wanting to maybe create one more character. So far, I'm not super loving the Ranger. I mean, the Ranger's fun, but it's not like my favorite character. The Paladin, or it's not the Paladin, the Guardian, I actually like more than the Ranger. But I've only played the Ranger to 21, so I figure we should give it a little bit more of a go. And I've got these huge bags because
Don't worry.
I think Mason gave me these. You see, these are all like mine. You can make the bag one big bag.
Quiet new village where no crate will bother you again.
You see here, you can say deposit all materials. So you can deposit stuff into your bank when you're not even at your bank. Certain things. You can say compact. It'll just condense it. You can also say hide rarity, hide new items. Actually, I like rarity. Like, here's a bag of experience. So here's here's grants a character level if below level 80. So here's 2 books I could just double click on that would automatically level me up a level. So I don't usually like to use those. I like to,
Welcome to Blackhaven.
I like to level up on my own Steam and not cheat my way really. But with this character, who knows? Maybe I'll use a few of those. Speed level a little bit.
Oh, I'm afraid I neglected to bring one along with me. So, my answer is, I'm really not at liberty to say.
I see. Well, my loss, I suppose.
But yeah, I'm currently, my level's up, it doesn't show on the screen, which is kind of interesting, but if you hit your character window here, see it says, Shyborn, level 21 Ranger. Now it says effective level 17, so see, it's scaling me down. Even though I'm level, that's probably one of the reasons why it doesn't show you. Even though I'm level 21, it's treating me as a level 17 player. So it scales you for the zone you're in, and that way you can level in any zone in Guild Wars 2. If the mobs in a zone are 40 and you're only 20, you can still go there. It'll scale you up to 40. That's just the way it works.
Time to do some real damage. Another personal victory. Feel the fury.
Other thing that Guild Wars 2, which is a super awesome, amazing thing, that... Oh, shit. Hell?
I could outrun a centaur.
But the other thing that Guild Wars
Not my
2
pet.
has... What did she say? Not my pet. She killed my pet? I think she might have hurt my pet there. And I don't know, like... I don't remember what all my keybinds
So you were
are.
just playing dead.
So you were just playing dead. She's talking to her pet. What sucks, Stratus? Yeah, the world's huge. Like, you can see, this is a big area, and the world is massive. And this is not all of the world, because I haven't even purchased the expansions. So, the world is massive.
Feel the fury.
Ranger's pretty cool once you get used to it.
Feel the fury.
Well, it's doing it on purpose so that you can level in any zone. So you're not... I mean, it sucks in a way, but I mean, trust me, even though you're scaling up, like, there's mobs in those zones that are, like, mobs that you cannot kill. That are so tough that if you try to kill them, they will kill you. So, even though you're scaling, trust me, there are mobs that are going to be way more powerful than you in each zone. They're just
I
elite
could outrun a
mobs,
centaur.
you know? Or if you get too many mobs on you, you could die, obviously. Well, the different areas are higher level, so I mean, even though you're scaling, right? Like I said, it just allows you to level in different zones. So yeah, they are different. I see what you're saying, and you have a good point. I mean, what is the difference?
We must have them. Pathfinder will open them up. We will learn all of the secrets inside.
I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, I'm with you. I think it's probably better not to scale up.
I could outrun a centaur.
Please, help. He's controlling me. I can't help. Please, help. He's controlling me. I can't help.
Thank the gods. With everyone safe, we've got to get to Blackhaven. Follow me.
You didn't really get it wrong. I mean, the zones aren't meant to like kill you. I mean, but there are zones you go into that are going to be difficult. I don't think they continue to scale all the way. I can't really remember. Like, if I go, I don't think all the zones scale. I can't remember. It's just been too long. I don't believe that they keep scaling all the way, you know, like all the way up to 7, all the way up to 80. But anyways, I'm not sure if I'm feeling.
Skilled guards. Is anyone willing to help?
I'm gonna edit this stream and just call it Guild Wars 2. Was that what it is? You only scale down? That's it. I couldn't remember.
Gods, just get me.
That's what it is. Mr. White's right. So, because I knew I went into zones that where the monsters were much higher than me. So, what's happening here is it's scaling down because I'm level 21, and the mobs are in this zone are level 17. So it's scaling me down. So I said it wrong. Sorry, Mr. White. Yeah, that. Yeah, so you're definitely going to be able to go into zones that are higher level than you, and you're going to get your butt whooped. So, but I'm not really feeling the Ranger right now. Oh, we made it. So I think I'm going to create a different character, maybe. But what I wanted to say, one of the things that Guild Wars 2 has, which is absolutely fantastic, and I think all MMOs should have this. I wish all MMOs had this. This is like a big thing. If you go into control options here, you just have to find it. Right here. Toggle action camera. Check this out. Toggle action camera. Toggle between standard and action camera modes. And mine's bound to control mouse 3, which is middle mouse click. So check this out. I'm moving around, and all I'm doing is just moving my mouse. You know, I'm free mouse look right now. This is what I would call free mouse look. Meaning I'm not having to right click on the screen to rotate the screen like I do in WoW, right?
Time to do some real damage.
So I'm just moving my mouse left and right, and it's rotating the screen. But if I hit Control middle mouse click, now my mouse is free, you know, and I can free my mouse to go to menus, or if I want, I can do the typical World of Warcraft and right click on the screen to rotate the camera, the mouse look. But I have to hold down the right mouse button. But if I don't want to do that, I just hit Control middle mouse 3, the mouse goes away, and now I'm free mouse look again. All MMOs should have this feature, and it's like one of the greatest things because games like Terra or Vindictus, they have it as well, and it's by default. Like you would hit the Alt key, you would just be by default. You're looking in this view. We have free mouse look, and you would hit the Alt key, and the Alt key would release your mouse, and then you would the Alt key is like basically go back to interface is what they call it, right? But games like World of Warcraft, games like there's so many games that don't have this. All games should have this, and Guild Wars 2 is one of those games that does have it. And like I said, Black Desert, Terra, games that are action combat typically are going to have that.
At you.
Give it your all.
Feel the fury.
You messed with the wrong bandit. You must like pain.
But I can't think. There's not very many MMOs that I think have a better art style than Guild Wars 2. I mean, look how beautiful it is. Man, it's a beautiful game. Absolutely gorgeous game. But yeah, so in PvP you want to have mouse look. And people are always like, well, how can you look behind you? Like, how can I look behind me if someone's trailing me in PvP? Well, you just switch back to the other camera mode and look behind you. I mean, it's not that it's not that difficult. Boom, I just switched back and forth between those two modes without any problems.
Nice one.
But I'm not feeling the hunter today, so I think what I'm going to do is create something that maybe I've never played before. But I do love the hunter class. The hunter class is really cool. So definitely, I think you're going to play Guild Wars 2. I think it's like, if you like Rangers, I think the Ranger class is really fun in Guild Wars 2. We've got the Guardian, I guess, and I've got a couple of them apparently. You know, because like I said, I got this one to 51, and then I hadn't played the game for. I stopped playing the game for like a year, so I came back and I created a new one. This one's my Elementalist, and she's really tall though. I don't usually make my characters this tall, but she's huge, and she's like a spellcaster. But I want to do something different, so we're gonna double click to open up a. We're gonna try to create something different. Maybe an assassin. They have different classes, so. These are the classes you have. You have a warrior. I've actually never played a warrior in Guild Wars 2. Guardian, Revenant. I've actually never played a Revenant in Guild Wars 2. Hey, Mr. White, you seem like you've played Guild Wars 2. If you played these classes, I've played Thief a little bit, literally like to level 10. I played Ranger a little bit. I've not played Necromancer. I've not played Mesmer. I've not played the Elementalist except to like level 9. I've never played an Engineer, but they seem like they're kind of interesting. Melee or ranged, gadgets, turrets, toolkits. They create like turrets and stuff, all kinds of crazy stuff. Think of like WoW's having an engineer as your profession in WoW, but you have that stuff that you could use all the time. It's not limited to the fact that you'd have to craft bombs or craft stuff. You know, you just have access to all these engineer type items like guns and different things. Pretty interesting. Our Thief class is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it keeps really cool. Stealth, evasion, acrobatic combat. They're very good in PvP, and they're pretty damn fun to play. I played them a little bit, but this is a class I kind of am thinking about maybe rolling right now. Warrior would be kind of interesting. And this is the humanoid. I'm a human race right now, but I'm lead. I don't know. I might want to play a thief. And then if we go back, so these are the classes, and then but you have the different races. There's only the 5, right? These are really the thief I had before was a Sylvari, and she was a female, and she looked like like this. She was crazy looking. Look at these guys. They a pretty interesting looking race. I like humans. I like quick movement, Mr. White, but I also like, I do like quick movement. I'm a big fan of like fast combat. You know, that's why like in Terra I always played the warrior. You know, like in Vindictus I liked the blade class. What was it? I think it started with a V. I can't remember, but it was like they threw blades, like they used like these glaives or something. It was really cool. And then in Black Desert, I play the also the very quick melee class, which I can't remember the name. Engineering is pretty cool, but I mean, for me, I think the two classes I'd be interested in trying would be the warrior. I just don't remember how the warrior plays. It says warriors build their adrenaline by slow striking enemy, so they're more of probably a slow attacking class. And then you've got, so I don't think I'd want to play anything that's slow. Revenant is melee, invades legendary heroes, magic wielding. Let's try this, guys. Let's try this. Let's do. See if someone's even done one in 2020. Let's see if it's somebody that I recognize. Here's this guy, Wooden Potatoes says, and Wooden Potatoes is a good channel. If you guys like, if you want to look at content on Guild Wars 2, Wooden Potatoes does some pretty good videos. Let's do 2019. Yeah, most MMOs don't. But it's just not a play style that I think I really want to play.
An overview of a brief introduction as to how the class operates look like. it's relatively durable in both states.
So, Warrior?
Just as a note, I haven't included Core Warrior in this video. I don't feel that Core Warrior is actually vastly different to Berserker or Spellbreaker Warrior in its style of play. A Core Warrior generates adrenaline, and a Berserker generates rage. The only difference being that Core Warrior does not have a Berserk state. As a Berserker, you gain additional damage.
The Warrior's more of like kind of the big, you know, I don't want to play a Warrior because it's too similar to a Guardian. If you look at a Guardian,
now let's look at high condition output.
Actually, I like where it says here, actively used in all game modes, easy to understand mechanics, operate similar to Paladins and other MMORPGs, offensive, defensive, and supportive, which is very true. Let's go back to the Warrior synopsis.
The Warrior.
Actively used in all game modes, easy to understand mechanics, durable, tanky, offensive, and also defensive. So I don't really want to play those two. I kind of played those already. Although Guardian's really fun. But these are like he's going into the, you know, next level. When you go to like the different expansions, you get these different builds that are only available in the expansions like Firebrand, and it changes what your weapons and what happens. Like, you know, you'll instead of using like a shield and a sword and a shield, you might have like, you know, a wand or a staff or something. You know, it's weird. It definitely changes. So, I want to look at this Revenant
perspective. The way the Revenant plays is more so dependent on the stance that the Revenant is currently using. In this instance, we have Ventari Herald. The Herald Elite comes from the Heart of Thorns expansion, but Ventari is known as the support stance for Revenant. Ventari Revenant in the past has been used as a side node bunker in PvP and a PvE support. Ventari Revenant gains access to a tablet that it uses to pulse heals.
Wow,
now
sounds
no longer the case.
Fairly complicated.
Now, the Herald stance comes from Heart of Thorns.
Now, see, they're talking about like Heart. I don't even have these expansions, so it doesn't even really matter, you know.
Lack of upkeep that they expire when killed or after a certain duration. Renegade does still use upkeep as the majority of its skill usage, and it is a very commonly used PvE DPS class. It's sometimes used as a side node duelist in PvP, but not very regularly. As a quick note, and does well in both PvP and PvE scenarios. Druid is from the Heart of Thorns expansion pack and is mainly used in PvE content.
Druid.
The healing and utility provided in PvE by this build.
So it's interesting that a ranger turns into a druid in the Heart of Thorns expansion. But that build is called Druid.
Actually very, very strong. Good healing from ranged, combined with some damage sources and multiple different pets that you can use to aid your scenarios, makes this spec very unique and very useful. In PvP, it's sometimes used by... And now we have Soul Beast. Soul Beast grants the ability to merge with its pet, and then your F1 to F3 abilities change. Sometimes these are offensive, and sometimes they're defensive, but usually they're based around... It's also locked to a DPS playstyle.
Semi-complex. PvP requires game knowledge. High PvE damage with poor utility. Locked to DPS. So it maybe not the class I want to play.
Sadly, Core Thief doesn't actually have any PvE play at all. The kit available to it just does not put it into a PvE setting. However, it does have usage in PvP. Core Sword Dagger Thief has been the main go-to since, I'd say, about 3 seasons, like playing a piano sometimes.
Engineer.
The good news is that this does offer a variety of different places that you have above your health ball, which you may have just seen.
Yeah, the Deadeye Thief is interesting because they have weapons, guns, and stuff, which is kind of cool. So I think Deadeye Thief would be kind of fun to play.
Now, Engineer is probably one of the first ones that we've come across that's quite complex. Much like some other classes, this is kind of like playing a piano sometimes. The good news is that this does offer a variety of different playstyles and is actively used in PvP and PvE. And it does get a bit easier as you go on. Now, Core Engineer does have a lot of kit, and I mean, that's quite a joke, actually, because it does have a lot of kits. We're currently using Elixir Gun, Flamethrower, Bomb Kit, and Mortar Kit. And of course, each one of those kits has another 5 buttons that you need to memorize. Now, those buttons would become part of your natural rotation, combined with those tool belt skills that you can see on the F1, F2, F3, F4, and F5. This spec can be played in both Condi and Power variants, but it doesn't really see gameplay anywhere in the game. The only place where I see Core Engineer being played is in PvP with a cheesy Core Grenade one-shot build. And honestly, the reason being for this is it's just so clunky and hard to actually use.
So basically,
the base kit of the Scrapper...
So he's saying the Core Engineer, that's before any of the expansions. Now I'm trying to understand how he's presenting his video here. So the corps are basically up to level, what, 70 probably? Or level 80? It's before the expansions. So he's basically saying that the engineer, before any of the expansions, isn't really the most viable spec for PvE or PvP. So it's, you know, if you're going to be doing a lot of PvE, you're not going to really be doing as much damage as some of the other classes. And then he goes on and talks about the builds that you get in each of the next 2 expansions. One of the reasons I came back and I'm playing Guild Wars 2 today is because the 3rd expansion is in the works, and Guild Wars 2 is having another expansion coming. And Guild Wars 2 is a great MMO. It really is. And if you guys haven't played Guild Wars 2, you really should. And with the expansion, the 3rd expansion coming, that definitely means that Guild Wars 2 is going to see, as you guys know, it will see a spike in the player base. There's definitely going to be a lot more people coming back to try out the 3rd expansion. And with the lack of any real MMOs out there other than World of Warcraft right now, because there really aren't that many. You got Black Desert, Guild Wars 2, you know, Final Fantasy 14 or whatever. And that's about it, you know, World of Warcraft. So, you know, Chronicles of Illyria shit the bed. They were crap. They were a total scam. And Ashes of Creation, I think, is going to suck. I think they will come out with a game, but I think it's going to totally suck. You know, Amazon's New World got delayed 3 months, so it's not getting released until August. So there's just a huge void in the PvP, or in the MMO space. So Guild Wars 2 is really smart. If they can get their 3rd expansion out within the next few months, I don't know how far away they are, but if they can get it out within the next 2-3 months, I think there's such a void in the MMO space. They could see a huge amount of players coming back to play it. That's meowing. And then you got the Necromancer here.
Have Necromancer. Necromancer is quite a popular class, and it's relatively simple to understand. The class bases itself around life force generation.
I really don't have a desire to play the
It then uses
Necromancer.
that life force to put itself into some form of transformation or to use certain abilities. Necromancer has both a DPS and hybrid playstyle. Essentially, Necromancers use abilities to gain life force. They then use that life force to gain access to Reaper's Shroud, which is on their F1 skill. They then gain access to new skills, and this specialization is very...
I'll be right back. This cat's driving me nuts. Be right back. Well, when he says piano fighting style, he's just talking about, you're going through a lot of keybinds and you're switching. You have the weapon swap, and you're going to be hitting a lot of the same keys over and over, given the same sequences. Probably, I'm assuming that's what he means. But
very strong barrier.
But I think all the classes are kind of like that.
However, it does have the opportunity to double attune or overload. As you see here, I double tap the F2, which allows me to go into the bubble, which is the water overload, and this in itself provides more additional healing for whoever's around me. Everything else operates very, very similarly. However, your previous attunement of ArenaNet.
And the Mesmer.
And for that reason, it's actually rather complex and overpowered. Long story short, the Mesmer creates copies of itself and then shatters those copies over its opponents. It's also the main raid tank in the game. Now, you're not going to see much difference between Core Mesmer, Chronomancer, and Mirage. I'm going to say that outright. All of them are based on the premise that you will create copies of yourself and shatter them to some benefit. Core Mesmer displays the very basic level of that mechanic.
So the Mesmers are really interesting, especially in PvP. Mesmer was amazing when the game first came out, because trying to figure out all those random Mesmer images he was creating and how to figure out the tip-off of which one's which, and was actually really complex in PvP. And so was, grouping up with a Mesmer and an Engineer, and there were a lot of different things you could do to stack in groups. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think the Engineer, I think the problem here right now, guys, is I'm just kind of sick of MMOs. I think I'm MMO'd out, if you can believe that. Not because I don't like it. I love MMOs, but I've played all of these MMOs already. I've already played Guild Wars 2. I've already played Black Desert. I've already played World of Warcraft. I want to play something new. And that's the problem I think I'm getting into here, is that I've got a really nice character already, right? here that I was leveling, enjoying leveling, but I'm just feeling burned out on the fact that it's a game I've already played. And that's kind of, where I'm struggling the last couple weeks, so I apologize. I'm also kind of feeling a little bit under the weather today for some reason. I felt great this morning, but now I'm feeling pretty feverish, so hopefully I didn't get the COVID. I was out all day Saturday in the woods with my wife, just kind of getting out of the apartment because we've been kind of locked up at home a lot. Hopefully I didn't catch anything because we did stop into a couple stores just to pick a few things up. Just get gas and stuff like that. So I could continue leveling the Ranger. I do have a lot of really nice bags that I think Mason gave me. Or I could... I don't really want to play the Engineer, honestly. I don't... It just feels to me like if you're going to... I mean, I like Rangers, so if I was going to play a ranged class, I probably would rather play a Ranger than an Engineer, but... I don't think I'd want to play the Mesmer. Elementalist is kind of cool, but I always lean towards melee type characters. I've never been big into magic based characters, or I always just find it kind of boring that you're standing at a distance blowing people up. I always like to get in there. So sometimes I find characters that are fun are ones that can get in close but also do damage far away. That's why I think the Ranger's pretty cool. Even like the Guardian to some degree has some ranged abilities, based on which weapons you're using. So Engineer. Yeah, he basically outright said that the core thief really doesn't scale in PvE very well at all. So I think for now let's just stick with the. I want to stick with the Ranger. Let's go back to the Ranger and pick up. Let's swap weapons. I do like the other weapon where you rain the arrows down from above. I'll show you guys what that looks like, because right now I have a different weapon set. So if we get rid of the axe and the horn here, and go with the great bow.
I could outrun a centaur.
Hopefully I have a great bow. Yeah, I guess it's just a longbow, isn't it? Let's see, 130, 239.
Got me.
Is that the best bow I have? I think it is. Can't put anything, yeah. Yeah, you can't. This takes up both slots. Elementalist Necromancer can be melee. Well, I would play an Elementalist over. How would an Elementalist be melee?
Attack! I need help!
I love the great bow here because you have a knockback arrow, and of course you have this, which is just awesome. The rain of arrows. The knockback arrow. This one. I think it's, yeah. I think D is your knockback. It's the 100 shot. Fire an arrow that grants you stealth. Well, it's not that one. It's C, sorry. Point blank shot. Push your foe back, which is kind of cool. And you have your rain arrows. Then 100 shot is cool because it puts you into stealth, which can be really useful. And then you have rapid fire. Fire multiple arrows. So. Send my pet in to attack this guy.
I promise a painful end.
Except he doesn't want to attack for some reason. I'm sending him to go attack, but he's not attacking.
Have at you.
Dagger main hand, dagger offhand, and in Path of Fire, sword main hand. That sounds kind of interesting. That sounds good. I don't like this pet at all, though. I think the pet management in this game is a little bit, it's not as smooth as I would like. I'm telling my pet to attack here. Like here, if you go, this is my attack, my target, so it's Shift Q. I have this guy selected, I'm hitting Shift Q.
I could outrun a centaur.
Now he goes, but I did it like 1,000 times. Maybe he wasn't targeted. I thought he was, though. I thought I had tab targeted. Let me try that again. See how I tab targeted this guy? Shift Q. Okay, it's working. It didn't seem like it was working a minute ago. I love the little stealth arrow that puts you into stealth. Pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Frost Nova? That's pretty interesting that an elementalist can be melee.
I need help! Please, so well!
I could outrun a centaur. Kicking tail and taking names.
I promise a painful end!
Hurts, doesn't it?
Attack! Back me up! Come.
I need help!
Damn.
I could outrun a centaur.
Your victory will be short-lived.
What happened to the 39 hardcore? She's still alive. She's still alive. I never died on that character. I just got sick of playing. I got sick of trying to play a character that I knew wasn't gonna go anywhere. Frost Nova. I wasn't gonna continue to play on that server. So the characters that I'm playing on World of Warcraft Classic that will also roll into World of Warcraft Burning Crusade when Burning Crusade comes out are all on Grobulus. So I was getting that character up to 39, and I pretty much at that point knew I could level all the way to 60 without dying, and I was like, I just didn't want to waste the time. It would have taken me another week or two to get all the way to 60. The way I play on a Protection Paladin, you know what I mean? And I just didn't feel it was really a valued way to spend my time playing a character, you know, on a server that once she got to 60 wasn't going to be used anymore. She wouldn't have got used. She just would have sat there. I couldn't have transferred her because the server I'm on, Grobulus, is a PvP server, and Bloodsail Buccaneers was, I think, a PvE server. So I would not have been able to transfer her over, so...
weakness makes me sick.
Yeah, she didn't die, and she wouldn't have died. I'm sure I could have got her to 60 without dying. I know the Paladin class so well.
Back me up!
What's the fastest I've leveled to 60? Oh, I'm not a speed lover, Frost Nova. I don't know, 5 days maybe? 5, 6 days. I don't ever try to level for speed, though. Because I get so sick of doing quests, man. I've got a 100 that I leveled to 15 right now, and she's like about... I think she's around 5 hours, and she's like level 15. But, like, remember they were doing the hardcore challenge where you get in 12 hours? They were like, how high can you get in 12 hours? And people were winning that on hunters at like level 20, like level 19.
Sweet, sweet.
And I got to level 15 in like 5 hours, but it wasn't hardcore, so I was able to, you know, buy her like a better bow, you know, like a green bow. But still, I'm pretty certain I could have competed in the hardcore challenge over the 24 hours. And I don't know if I would have won or not, but I'm certainly confident I would have been up there. The Hunter's pretty fun. I think I just had to kind of remember how to play it a little bit. You don't play Guild Wars 2 in a while, and I haven't played it in a while. You kind of forget.
Back me up!
I don't really play retail, Frost Nova. I tried to play... The one class I was enjoying in retail was the Hunter.
Thank the gods you were here.
Was the survival mode Hunter, because the survival mode in retail right now is actually really cool. Could be really super... And actually, I really had a blast playing that in PvP and Battlegrounds at like around level 35, I think I was. But that was the only class like here. Hold on a second.
I could outrun a centaur. Bam!
Bam! I love some of the things they say in Guild Wars 2 are hilarious. She's like, bam! And then what's the one sometimes when you turn it, you do like a map completion and she'll go, oh yeah, I'm the greatest.
Watch the perimeter.
Shit like
Don't
that
let
in this
them
game
inside
is
the
hilarious,
defenses.
man.
We must hold this ground.
So here's the only retail character I have right now that I was playing, and it's a survival hunter, Worgen survival hunter, and it's actually a pretty cool. You guys are getting some bonus coverage here. It's actually a pretty cool class. It's a really fun class to play in retail. But the problem with retail is the leveling experience in retail is just so boring. It's like you want to shoot yourself in the head. It's so boring, you know.
They're across the western bridge. Move to engage.
Why is it not closing it? Hide omen. How about that? So this is the survival hunter in retail. It's the cool thing is you get the racial dark flight, which makes you run faster, which is cool. You have this ability like a serpent sting, so you're basically kind of like a melee character. Let's see if I can find something to kill. You're like a melee character, but you have like a little mini crossbow. So watch when I shoot at this guy with my A skill. I'm gonna pull out a little crossbow. See that crossbow, and then I put it back in its sheath there, a little holster, almost like a holster. And then you use this ability to tell your pet to do a kill command. See, the pet did kill command. And then you go in close, and you can use your staff. Well, I didn't get a chance to do it because the guy died already. You also have super fast skinning. You skin a lot faster when you're a Worgen, which is also another kind of a nice feature. So here I can do, I can tell my pet to attack. And then I can go ahead and run and hit and do a melee attack, see? Really cool melee attack. And then you can disengage with your disengage and go back to range. So you have a really nice way to get in. You can't jump in though. I think you can later on. Oh, it's doing this weird. Yes, I don't have auto loot turned on. But I think later on you might even be able to jump in to attack and then jump out. I think you can. So you can leap in, attack, and then leap, and then use your disengage to then leap back out. So you have this really kind of kind of like the way hunters were meant in a lot of games. Here you can wing clip, you can melee, I can disengage, I can use a crossbow, I can go back in, use my melee, tell my pet to do his kill command. It's pretty cool. What's going on with this looting? It's really buggy right now. Anyways, but I actually think that the Worgen hunter in retail is actually a really fun class to play. And you get that jump in ability later on when you're a little bit higher level. You'll get that skill to basically jump in. Let's try it. Let's go back and see what other weapon combinations I've got here that we can play around with. Alright, we've got... Right now we get the big bow. Let's put that here. What else do we have? We've got some sort of spear gun. We have a axe. 259. Greatsword. I can use it. So apparently a hunter can use a greatsword. This is weird. Okay, so a hunter can use, or a ranger, excuse me, can use a greatsword. We have a maul, attack your foe with the force of a bear. Swoop, run and leap at your foe. Counterattack, block incoming attacks. If attack is blocked, counterattack kick can be used. And then we have hit bash. Okay.
That seems to be the last of them. Rest up and tend to your wounds. This isn't over yet.
Oh, I remember this. That bear attack is OP. But watch this bear. This bear attack is super OP. Oh, really? Beast Mastery and Marksmanship? Well, I would be running probably pure Beast Mastery. I love Beast Mastery on Hunters. That bear attack is just... Look at that, I can block. The thing that's cool about this bear attack is it's on a super short cooldown. The cool thing, I think one of the coolest things about Guild Wars 2 is the weapon swapping abilities, giving you all the different skills. It's the same thing in Albion Online, but I haven't leveled up high enough in Albion Online to really see how many skills you can get out of it. We have Shift Q, which tells my pet to attack. We have a lacerating slash, which is no idea what this is. I don't have anything bound here, so let's see what we got. We've got Beseech Cormier to recover 3 conditions. Granting a random boon to yourself and a random condition to your foe. Okay, let's grab that one. Actually, just do that here. Let's do this here, and then this. Predator when Beseech to destroy your health. Okay, that's cool. Heal yourself and your pet. You each gain copies of the other's boons. That's kind of cool. Okay. Hunter should always be the best. Hunter is always one of my favorite classes in all MMOs. I would say Guardians, like Cleric, Guardians, Hunters are my favorites.
I could outrun a centaur.
I love the bear attack. The bear attack is badass. Incoming bear.
I could outrun a centaur.
Alright, so we got that. Let's try getting rid of the short bow here, and I want to do the that's the Mighty Bronze Axe. I want the short one-hand one though. We'll see what war horns do we have. Ooh, can I use a torch? Oh, we could use a torch too? Thought it'd be interesting. I can unlock more skills in the training tab in the hero menu. Really? Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I knew that, Mr. White. I just hadn't done it yet. I hadn't done it yet on this character, but yeah, Shift C is available, so I'm sure that my build probably is going to see. I'm sure I can train, right, to get the other skills. So there's these different trainings that we can do. We've got marksmanship. Wilderness. What's wilderness survival do? You recover endurance more quickly. That's kind of cool. This trait is not yet trained. Additional training. I kind of like that one. That one's pretty cool. Beast mastery. Your pet's attributes are improved. Your pet skill gains recharge reduction. I'm not really going to focus on my pet too much. I don't like the pet as much in this game as I do in World of Warcraft. I don't know why. I just don't feel like it's as part of me as it is in World of Warcraft. Hey, what's up, Cyrillan? How you doing, man? Good to see you. And you got this one here, which is grants 20% increased movement speed to you and your pet. Signet of the Hunt. You and your pet's attacks become unblockable. Whoa. That's kind of good PvP ability there. And here we've got heals you and your pet. Place a trap that grants regeneration, cures conditions on allies. That's kind of cool. That's a good PvE one. You and your pet regenerate health over time. That's kind of, all these are good. I mean, all these are really nice. Summon a water spirit that causes nearby allies to heal when attacking. Interesting. Your pet rushes at your foe, revealing them and dealing increased damage. That's kind of good for just pure PvE. What's this? This trait is not yet trained. It's an opening trait. You and your pet inflict vulnerability with your first strike when entering combat. It's probably just a good overall damage increase. These are all good. I can't decide. They're all so good.
Attack!
Look at that. I threw some fire on the ground.
I could outrun a centaur.
What else can I do? Whoa, some sort of fire attack.
Weakness makes me sick.
Yes, weakness. You make me sick. You're so weak.
Time to do some real damage.
Ooh, what's that? I got a protective bubble. Is that one of those? That was weird. How did I get that? Huh. I wonder if that was because I jumped out of the fire aura that was on the ground, you know? We're going to have to look at that one again. Let's try this again, guys. We're going to drop Z. Now we're going to weapon swap, and we're going to jump. And it creates this bubble around me. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. That's another thing that's cool about Guild Wars is some skills synergize directly with other skills.
Cormier, enlighten me.
And I love, yeah, as a combo field. Yeah, it like, so what it did, Mr. White, was this one here, Bonfire. When I jumped from combo field fire, that's what it did, combo field. So I have to look for that combo field. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The other thing that's cool about Guild Wars 2 is I would say that the animations of the spells are one of the best, some of the best, if not the best, in any MMO. Like, you know, they're just so cool. Like, watch what happens when I cast this Shift D ability here, which is Prayer to Lisa, right? Is that not fucking badass? That is so cool looking. Now let's do the combo bubble again. We're gonna call that the fire bubble, Mr. White. Okay. Fire bubble. Bear strike. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm gonna go back to here. D. Fire. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 is a really super... The combat in Guild Wars 2 is some of my favorite. You can put the fire ring down and throw your axe through it. Cool. I played Smite Frost Nova. I played Smite when it first came out. You know what's really funny? What's up, Cyril? Animations are great. Yeah, the animations are really good. Check this out, Frost Nova. If you want to laugh at me. If you guys want to laugh at me, check this out. This was my second day I ever played the game Smite, right? The dual dagger sword, switching between elements and attacking foot. Yeah, I'm going to try that out, Cerulean. But it's a sorcerer. It's like that's the elementalist build, right? It's like an elemental. Mr. Wright was just saying you could do melee with Sork because I like to play melee a lot when I play MMOs, or melee with range that can go between the two, you know? This is the first time the second day I ever played Smite, I didn't even know how to train up skills. So if you look at my F1, F2, F3, I can actually train these abilities. I didn't even know that I could. Because I'd never really played MOBAs much. And I didn't really, but I love Smite. Smite was a great game. Super great game. Bologna for the win, guys. I love Bologna, man. Huge Bologna fan. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. All right, come on. Engage, Bologna. Get in there. Get in there, Maverick. Come on, Maverick. Oh, first blood. I stole that guy's kill. Did you see my kill steal? Come on, Bologna. Get in there. I'm like, oh, I got to help my partner who's dying. Oh no, she got away. Oh, that's a good question, Joram. Let me get back to that in a minute. Well, I want to finish this video here. It's almost over. I still don't know I can train up my skills down here at the bottom of the screen. But I killed this guy. And that gave me a buff, right? Did it? I can't remember. Just gave me more gold and stuff. I just used a healing potion. Alright, I'm going in. Bologna's going in. Whoa. Level up! Get out of there! Run away! Run away! I want to engage. Get in there, Maverick. Oh! Boom!
Does that count?
With the big hammer. I haven't played Smite in a long time. This video was from 2015, Frost. 2015. This video is from almost this video is from like 5 years ago almost. Come on, get in there. Look, I finally learned how to skill up my abilities. I hit F2 there to rank up my hammer. Oh, I missed. Come on, Wolf. You can't take me down, Bologna! Oh! Oh, is there no one else? Come on, Bologna! Double kill. This is the second day I ever played Bologna, and if I looked like I knew what I was doing, I didn't. I'm a big lover of the game Smite. Smite is a fantastic game. I just got to the point where I kind of, you know, a lot of the friends I was playing with stopped playing it. So, so back to Joram. Joram, do I think what's better, Guild Wars 2 or WoW? They're so different. Guild Wars 2 and WoW are they're so different. The combat's so different. The world, the animations, the art. I think Guild Wars 2, like, so I'll search for a quick video to see how it looks today. I'll check it out. Maybe I'll play Smite again. But it was losing its population. Last time I played Frost, like about a year ago, it was really, you know, it was really losing players. It was kind of dwindling a little bit.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Smith. So as it is April the 1st, I thought I'd trick you guys in saying I'm gonna play this game, but then actually do it. So today we're just gonna, I guess, take a few matches because I thought it'd be funny, even though it's not funny in the slightest. Please enjoy. Every time I get into this game, I feel like nothing has changed. There's no one new. Right? So, who do I play? I need to play someone where I don't suck complete ass. It's the same every time. Why do people know me? I don't play the game. More importantly, why are people from the Smite scene following me on Twitter all the time? That's possible. Yeah, sorry. Wait, who am I playing? Fenrir. Oh, it's Christmas, that's right. Why do they have the best thing I've ever seen of all time? Okay, so we are all 10 gods, because we are try-harding assholes. But he is Hercules and Nox. Actually, we should be assholes. I'm gonna
it looks different. Like the map looks totally different.
Okay, guys, we start here. Right? I don't have the
graphics are...
This is why I don't play this game.
The graphics are better.
This? You should take this. You'll take this.
Yeah, the graphics are a lot better.
Sorry, it's fine, man. I don't know what I'm doing either. See, these guys are nice. Or maybe this is all just April Fools, and they actually really hate me. Wait, why is
the graphics look better to me for some reason.
Guys, relax. Yeah, that's good damage. So do I level my 1 and just smack people? Or do I level my 1 and just smack people? Oh, that's a kill. That's a kill, yes. I saw that Gep like come up and take the kill. And I just immediately saw Saruhanian because that's tanky dude.
Get in there! Get in there! Come on, Fenrir!
I just really hate tanky dude. I've got ult. This could be good. This could be epic styles.
There it is, Fenrir!
Hey, yeah, take this. Bop. Bop, easy kill. And I will probably die now, but... Oh wait, he's here with the shield. There we go. We are doing this in the Christmas spirit. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave this little thing for him. Wait, can I jump over this?
Oh, you're gonna jump over the wall. I love it.
I'm a
gotta love it.
Of gaming too. Wait, she's level 4. What? Why's she level 4? Oh, she got it right now. Do I use it? Yeah, why not?
Get in there.
Oh,
too late. Too late.
Did she just sneeze? No, get the fuck away from me. I don't know what's happening right now, but
yeah, but for a MOBA, I don't know why anybody would play League of Legends when they could play Smite. Smite is so much cooler because it's full 3D. It's got the 3D camera. I can't play that isometric shit, but yeah, it looks a little better. Yeah, you see, you screwed me up because now you're gonna make me want to play Smite. I probably will play Smite today. That's actually probably what I should have streamed today with some Smite. I don't know. Smite is Smite in Steam? I can't remember. Is it? It is, right? All right, we'll have to install Smite. Okay, so Smite. Where? No, that's Smite public test. Where's Smite? Where's my favorites? Right there. Boom. There it is. Check it out. If you guys want to know what game I've played the most in Steam, here it is. Smite. 1,080 hours played. So yeah. How about, let's see, where's the, where's Shady Hacks? Profile. Where's my, here, screenshots. Okay, let's go to my profile in Steam, right? Let's go to my screenshots, okay? Why is it showing me this crap? Go to my screenshots, dude. So if we go, these are my screenshots in Steam. We've got Dragon's Dogma. Let's go to oldest first. And we've got Skyrim. These are my oldest screenshots in Steam, right? Then we got, oh, this was a good game. This was a really cool game. I can't remember, Elite Dangerous. And then you start getting into, what are you getting into, guys? We're getting into Smite. And there I am, Artemis, 24-0. What else we got for Smite? I'm not sure why I took this picture. Don't know. I loved Artemis, though. Artemis was badass. Here I'm in Artemis again, 25-0. You gotta love Artemis. What am I here? Here I'm... I guess I'm playing Uller. I didn't realize that. What's this one? Here I'm on Bologna, 12-1 and 16. That's not bad on Bologna. Look at that. Bologna. I love Bologna. Bologna's badass. Bacchus. Bacchus. Athena. I love Athena. Oh, Athena. See, now you make me want to play Smite. Yeah, I don't really play Skyrim anymore. I have a hard time playing games where there aren't other real players in the game, you know? That's tough for me. All right, here we go. Going in. Oh. Yeah, come on. Weapon swap. Oh, yeah, there's the flame. See, you're right. We could throw those hammers out of the fire, and they had flame on them. Check this out. Oh.
Cormyr, enlighten me.
Yes, Cormyr. Come on, swing at me. I'll block it, I swear I will. I did block it. There's the kick. Ooh, a double kick, nice. Parkour! Ooh, successful parkour, but I ran off. Parkour! Look at that. A little bit of flame, right? Fire bubble! Yeah, I played some Smite, dude. I played some Smite. I was good at it, too. Alright, so yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I think, oh, you asked the question. I didn't really answer Jorm. I'm sorry, Jorm. So, what do I think is better between Guild Wars 2 and WoW? I think it's really hard to compare the two games because, like I said, they're very different games. Whoa, I jumped right off. I think, though, if both games, like if Guild Wars 2 and World of Warcraft came out at the same time, I certainly would have played Guild Wars 2 over World of Warcraft. Guild Wars 2 has a lot cooler stuff in the game. I think what makes World of Warcraft cool is the builds, is like how you can kind of customize your builds, and there's certain like cool little trinkets and certain cool little gear items that you can get that can make your build so much better. You know, like when I play my Protection Paladin and I get stuff like Uther's Trinket and get like a Flurry Axe with like you know, like life stealing enchant on it, and you're literally like just massively pulling back lots of health to your Protection Paladin, and stuff like that makes World of Warcraft really cool. And I think World of Warcraft dungeons and 5-man groups are the best PvE content I've ever played. Like when I do like old school, like, you know, UBRS and LBRS and BRD and stuff in classic WoW, to me that's more fun than any other game I can think of as far as PvE dungeons. It's the best. So, and then as far as PvP in WoW also is way more fun than PvP in Guild Wars 2. So if you really like PvP, classic WoW is way better in my opinion than Guild Wars 2. Well, I would say, I wouldn't say classic WoW, I would say Burning Crusade. Once you get into Arena, you know. Come on, block it. You didn't block it. We were running away. Run away! So that's pretty cool. I think the sword on the ranger is a really neat. Has some really cool skill sets there. Yeah. But I think the thing with Smite, the one thing about Smite playing that nowadays is it's pretty toxic. You get a lot of people that are, you know, if you don't do well or if the team starts to lose, people just quit the game and stuff like that. And you run into that a lot in a lot of more PvP or, you know, base games. What is this? A leather? Oh, it's just a leather bag. Yeah, these are just leather bags. I thought they were like loot bags. Let's go ahead and deposit materials. Chest of exotic equipment. Ooh. Here's an XP booster. Here's an XP booster. Well, Karmas you can go ahead and open. These guys you can go ahead and consume. Increase your luck. Right. Yeah. There are healers though. There are support. So like on your guardian, you have things that will heal the whole party. So and even on the character here, this ranger, you have things that will heal. So you don't have straight up healers. You have, you know, characters who are performing like more support roles. You know what I mean? But yeah, they didn't have straight up healers, and I like healers too. I'm a big healer fan of healers too, so that's kind of weird, you know. I'm not sure if I could play. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a Smite stream later today. This is pretty cool though. I like the ranger, but I think what I want to do, I think I really want to try out that melee you guys were talking about, like the melee elementalist, right? So if I actually have an elementalist, but I don't really like this character. Let's see if there's anything in our inventory we need to get rid of. I just want to delete this character and free up a spot. Yeah, there aren't healers. You're right, Cyril. There aren't like straight up like, you know, focused, you know, healers. So am I safe to just delete this character? Double click. I have 2 level 80 boosts. This says double click for more information. Is this like a count? Is this going to show up on all my characters or something? Why do I have 2 of these? Where do these even come from? I don't want to boost my character. Why would I want to do that? I don't do character boosts. Yeah, it's mostly support stuff. How do I get... I want to get... I was going to buy both the expansions when they did like a deal where you could get them really cheap. And they had a deal recently. Here, let me go into one of my characters because I want to get to the shop in-game. Where's the shop? Let's see. How do I buy the expansions? Like your upgrades? Here we go. Guild Wars 2 Path of the Fire. Says you can buy one more at this price. Oh, so I can actually buy it with gems? But how do I just buy it with money, like real world money? Because I don't have these expansions. You can buy one more at this price. Yeah, they have a Druid's run, that's right. Oh, did I have a boost in WoW Retail? I never use boosts. I don't like to boost characters. I like to level them up because I feel like if I boost, I want to play the character all the way to the max so that I feel like I'm really, you know, I understand the ins and outs of the character really well. I jump around in MMOs a lot. I haven't found an MMO that I really stick with. Like, I mean, I played mostly WoW over the past 15 years, but I still play other games quite a bit. I want to buy the upgrade, but I think, do I have to go to their website? Let's check it out. Oh, here we go. Get Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns free when you purchase Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire. Let's see how much this costs. I don't really think I want the ultimate. So if I buy Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire, so if I buy this, I get both games for $30. Oh, they make you buy with the credit card? You did it via the website, Cyrillan? Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy this. Let me hold on a second here, and I'm gonna pull this to my other window, and I'm also going to change my stream. So just in case my credit card stuff tries to pop up on this other window, I really don't want to share that information. So we're gonna go to Game Capture, Settings, Guild Wars 2, okay, Play Capture, delete. All right. Cool. So you should still be able to see the stream. All right, let me go ahead and buy the. I'm going to buy the standard. What do you get with the deluxe? You get Living Ice Saga. You get max level boost, which I don't really care about. Additional character slot. So if I buy the deluxe, I get an additional character slot to use with your game account. That's all. But that'll cost me an extra.
Watch the perimeter.
$15.
Inside the defenses. We must hold this ground.
So is it worth it to get an additional character slot for $15? Let's go to the shop and see how much that cost. How much does an additional character slot cost? Additional crafting license, bank tab, bank expansions. So how much does this cost?
The northern gate is lost.
See, so here I can just buy the additional character slot for $10. So what else does this deluxe give me? It gives me the Sun Spear outfit, which says an heirloom passed down. It gives me the Lily of Elion permanent pass, which is, I don't know, the luxury riverboat casino. And it gives me, that's it pretty much. So I think it's probably better just to get the standard edition for me. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the regular one. I think I don't think it's really worth it to pay any more than just the $30. But it's cool because the $30 now gives me, at least it gives me both expansions for $30. So let's just buy that. I'll buy that right now. I've never played the expansions, so and I've never had those cool mounts that you get in the expansions, which are pretty fun because they have utilities that make them useful. So I'm going to upgrade to Path of Fire. So I don't want to upgrade. No thanks. Continue to check out. That's what I want. Log in to continue. I am purchasing. I guess it was my other email. I am purchasing the Path of Fire and Heart of Thorns expansions. It's going to cost me $30. I'll just use PayPal. That way I don't have to type all this shit. Oh, it actually wants my billing information. Okay. Why does it want my billing information? Why can't I just log in? All right, I guess I got to put my credit card in, guys. Give me a second. Where is my credit card? The next question. Here it is, Morpheus. Yeah. Some music on, guys. All right, that should have done it. Thank you for your purchase. You know what that means, guys? We actually have to get high enough level we can actually use that content. Let's see what happens if all right, now we're going to create a new character. Oh, and the 18527. I haven't played Guild Wars 2 in a while. Should I play again? The only thing I would say in that is, like I was telling these guys, they're coming out with another expansion pretty soon. So I do anticipate that Guild Wars 2 could get a pretty big increase in population because of the third expansion. I just wish that Guild Wars 2 would add like gear for PvP, like actually give you like gear, or add more add PvP dungeons. I think would be cool. You know, add more like cool dungeons. I don't know. It has dungeons already, but the way they're set up, like I don't think they should let like high levels go into low level dungeons and just carry people through. I would prevent. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that. He's kind of a weird looking elementalist. Let's go back and try a different race, right? Play the gnome? Oh, yeah. Should I make them taller or short? How tall do they get? How tall does this race get? Is this me? I can actually be as tall as like some of these other races? I don't want to be that tall. Had options? Kind of digging the big ears. I'm kind of digging the floppy ears. Or maybe I liked these other ones here if they'd make them longer. This one looks kind of conniving, don't you think? This one's all like, this one looks like it'd slit your throat. The green's kind of cool looking. You guys know me. It takes me forever to create characters, so you guys might want to go get a drink or use the restroom. This character has a future. That hair cracks me up. Look at this hair. I think we need a green theme here, but they don't really have green, you know? There's no green hair. Yeah, I like the bandana. Oh, we got a skin color here, though. I missed this. Yeah, the only character I created this race before had that same bandana, and I really liked that. I wish they had more darker blues and stuff for the hair. They don't really have much in the way of dark hair colors, unfortunately. You know, you create like a really cool like bluish color, but doesn't really have it. It's either this one or the blue one. I mean the purple one. I like the other one better, so it's this one. Although I kind of like the dark one. Okay, we're looking good, looking good. Don't see that really doing anything. Yeah, let's give her more of a chin there. Alright. Then we got our head size. Ooh, make our head big. I think the head's fine. Only other thing I could think of is the bandana color again. I'm still not sold on that color. Ooh, there. Ooh, now we're talking. There you go. It's just that our clothes don't match. This is more feminine looking. Like she's supposed to be a girl. You know what I mean? I still like the red bandana. Oh, and we've got all these what is it? I study all the elements, but I wear a gem that symbolizes my love of water? Fire? She's actually got a gem on there. Well, we got to go with fire, right? He's got a little gem there. Air. Well, thinking we got to go fire there. Trouble may follow me, but I use my charm to overcome it. I'm a member of the College of Synergetic Dynamics Statistics. Ooh. First invention was an infinity ball. Atmospheric converter. Infinity ball. My first advisor, the one who taught me almost everything I know almost, was... Look at these creepy looking characters. Look at this guy. Blip. It's gotta be Zynga. Air for the win. Oh, did you say air? What's the difference? Does it make a difference, does it? Does it matter which one you pick? Just flavor, yeah. I want Blip. He looks creepy. I like it. Alright, now we need a name. We need a name. An interesting name. Tree already in use. Doesn't really affect anything majorly, Crybo? That's cool. Can you do multiple names? Like, you just tend to like wind and lightning magic from a visual standpoint. Wind and lightning. Does it affect... It doesn't affect my spells, does it? Like, it doesn't affect any of my spells. Because if I was going to have a choice of which one I would want, I do like... Actually, I do like wind and lightning. That's pretty cool. Shribo. Tia. Don't like... I'm not sure if I like her hair. Let's see. Still not sold on the hair color there. Let's see. How about... Yeah, it's too bad they don't have more like bluish, like real bluey blues. Real bluey blues. And we just need a name. Oh, Jesus.
I am Asura. I personify genius.
Ooh. Guess we have no in-game volume. I can't hear anything. We're gonna skip that part. So you guys say that I can like use daggers, huh?
You there? Get over here and fix this.
So what do we think of my hair color? I guess it looks alright. I would like to have gone with like a blue, but oh well, that'll work.
If I were just 10 years younger, I'd show you something, that's for sure.
I still wish I would have gone with the blue hair color. Oh well.
You there? Get over here and fix this. This is what comes from sloppy craftsmanship.
Oh. The little girl.
This is just a temporary.
She does have dagger. Look, she's got a little dagger. Oh my god, he's got a little dagger. Oh my god. Alright, I didn't like the hair color, guys. I can't do it. I'm very picky when it comes to this stuff, because if I'm going to play a character for a long time, it's gotta be right. So, Elementalist. Is that a male or a female? I think it's a female. There we go. And where's the... there. We're just going to go with the purple. I like it better. And now that we've gone with that, we can actually do a different skin color. We can keep probably a little bit of a lighter skin color too. Yeah, there we go. And then face details. Actually, want eye color is going to be the blue. This one. And mouth. Okay, looks good. Smell your eyes. And eye angle, eye size. I'm gonna make the eyes bigger. That's fine. Big eyes, big eyes. I like that. Eye angle. That's good. I squint. For the way it was. Brow thickness. Ooh. We played around with our brow thickness before. I liked the way it was. Brow angle. Pretty much liked it where it was. Placement. Go up a little. And eye color we got. Nose placement. Looks good. Oh, and we forgot we can dye our armor, guys. We completely forgot about that. Stabs are a bit more support heavy. Daggers are a bit more selfish with self buffs and damage. I'm thinking dual daggers. But I like this look a little bit better. Okay, so what else is? Oh, there's just body features. We just wanted to be short. And then there was these, what are these, like physique? I just went with the little one. And then there's skin markings. Whoa. Do we want the freckles or do we want the little thing? I don't know. Whoops, though. Let's go back to the head options. This is like no markings at all. That looks a little odd. Oh, and they have a markings color. Check this out. Oh, but it's not really anything that's that good. They don't give us like a nice color. I kind of dig in the dark. This is pretty cool. With this, though, we'd want to change our ear color for sure. That's a creepy looking, kind of creepy looking. I don't think I can go with that one. It's too bad they would have been cool if they would have given like more options on these things, but oh well. Oh yeah, that makes all the stuff stand out a lot better. I like the floppy ears. I can't help it. The floppy ears are kind of cool. Or you could go with the really tiny ears. Oh shit. Oh shit. I hit the wrong button. Son of a... What did I do? Oh, this is just hair, isn't it? Like, oops, I hit the wrong button. Faces, ears. Ears. I wanted to look at what the ears look like when you're really tiny. Ah, see, that looks like crap. You gotta have the floppy ears, right? Damn. And I forgot the colors again, remember? We can still do the colors. That hair color's not doing it. Just not doing it. Can't get a good hair color, man. It's too bad they don't give you like some actual hair colors that are good. Go with the leather. Oof, ugly. Very ugly colors here, guys. Oof. That is hideous. Ooh, now we're talking. Ugly. Oh, okay, now we just need a name. Those dyes didn't look very good on her. We need more dyes. Damn. Oh. I never think of good names for these damn characters. Sindarl. Kind of an off the cuff name.
I am Asura. I personify genius.
Mm-hmm. I'm a genius?
My ancestors
Wild
were driven
coyote.
from the heart of the earth.
Genius.
Forced to live in this.
Oh, what happens when I stop the sound on media player? It stops the sound on the game.
Expectations in
Oh, I just was clicked
everything
off
we
of it.
do.
That's all it was. That's all it was. Never mind.
With Gollum and Gate and.
All right, let's do it.
You there, get over here and fix this.
Looks a little better than the red hair, I think. Ah! Ah! I don't know. Now I like the red hair better. Oh well.
Golems these days. Back in my day, we built them to respect their betters.
This is what comes from sloppy
Now they
craftsmanship.
run around all willy-nilly, killing folk and breaking stuff. That's disgraceful.
I'm looking for the frickin' where's the mouse speed? Where's mouse look speed? Rotation
Vacate
speed.
these premises.
This is just a test of our emergency preparedness.
Impossible.
You all
That's
failed.
better.
These golems almost. It's pure chaos out here. Unacceptable.
You
What's
can play
going
as a furry?
Just what it looks like. These golems have gone mad. Zoja suspects someone tampered with them. And by someone, she means the inquest.
Zoja's rarely wrong. Don't tell her I said rarely, by the way. If it is the inquest, she's going to need help. Where can I find her?
At the malfunctioning gate that's...
Oh, you guys are gonna kill me, but I cannot do that. Fucking hair, I can't do it. I liked everything about her except that stupid hair color. Delete. Yeah, that's about it. It was just the skin color's right. I know the skin color's right. It was the That's right. That's right. Marking color was going dark, right? Yeah. Alright. And it's just too bad they do not give you a good hair color to choose from. And then armor done. Let's do That's kind of funny looking. How about, what is the color? Where's the dark here? Damn. Damn, someone's girl. It's not really.
I am Asura.
You can pay. I mean, you can buy like level boosts and stuff, sure. But I mean, who cares about that? I mean, Mason. You could pay to level boost. Oh, you mean pay other people? I mean, it's any MMO you can pay to level boost, pretty much, right? Now we're talking. Now that character looks cool.
Get over here and fix this.
Now I look badass. I'm digging that one. All right. I mean, you can pay level boost and
This
WoW.
is what comes from sloppy craftsmanship.
All right, so where's my quest log? I don't see like my quest log. See it on the map though. I'm gonna talk to this person. Skip to N.
This is just a test of our emergency preparedness. You all fail.
Alrighty then.
Befoul this locale no more.
Get to the portal. Alright, let's get to the portal. Oh, I always do, Frost. It's like I'll like create a character and then I'll go into the game and then I'll play around with her for like 5-10 minutes and I'll be like, I don't like her. But this time I finally got it the way I like it, Frost. This chick looks badass. Look at her. She's all cool looking. She's cool. Look at that girl. She looks good. I make this look good. Where's the damn portal? What's that? Signet of Restoration grants you health every time you cast a spell. Cast fire spells.
Zosha's gone through the portal. Get in there quickly. She'll need your help.
He needs my help.
Teo? Oh, for a second there I thought someone dangerous was behind this.
Oh, spare my tender feelings. It's true, I'm not dangerous. But these golems are. Here, let them show you what dangerous really means.
I see. Danger.
Defensive protocols suspended.
Caleb's learn. Don't mess with the inquest.
Let's mean this other little character. Pippet Sunder. My character's name is Sindarl, which is kind of a weird name. Don't like my name either, but I don't care.
You're looking a little wobbly,
you
dear.
won?
Did that scramble your
I've invited
brainwaves?
another guest to your victory party.
Defensive protocols online.
Looks like the guest of honor has arrived. Let's take it down. You're looking a little wobbly, dear. Did that scramble your brainwaves?
Oh, son of a.
You still alive? Be a demon and just die already, won't you?
Is that all you got? I've made sturdier golems in my sleep. Yeah, scratch one cubist golem.
Scratch
Fine.
one golem.
We'll be back. Let's see how you like it when someone kills your masterpiece.
Yay! All right. Finally out of that, maybe that beginning area, right?
Hey, it's you. Intact?
Of course. Inquest golem to get the better of me.
Modest, too. Well, you've earned a dash of praise, if you ask me. The crews around the city would kill for the assistance of an inventor with your talents. You should ask around. Make yourself invaluable.
Oh, make myself invaluable. Not a bad idea. All right, let me real quick put on some sort of music we can listen to here, guys. And yeah.
Initiate chaperone sequence.
Father.
Hey, you genius. Welcome to Metrica Province. You'll find.
There's the level 80 bonus. Okay, character Sindarl. Sindarl. Kind of a weird name. Sindarl. I guess I unlock level 10. We unlock dual wield.
Genius.
Insinogen Labs is recruiting interns. Excellent short-term.
Ooh, we got a new skill though. What is this? Drake's Breath. Ooh, very nice. Go kill some mobs.
My crew's on the verge of a major discovery in the field of perspective.
No kidding. Mine too.
Excuse me, Chief Grum. I have some parts you ordered.
I don't remember ordering any parts.
You're Grum, aren't you? It says this is for you.
Very well. Leave it over there and be gone. Ah, truly a thing of genius. Engage. The malfunctioning golems can be repaired by weakening them. It will force their system to reset.
That's cool.
The spectacle as sparks and shards of metal fill the air. Cheer on your favorite lad. Root for your Gollemancer idols. Let that special golem detect the love.
If I know Incinerton craftsmanship, their golem's probably going to run into a wall and self-destruct.
Do you desire unrivaled power? Speak with me if you're interested.
I have an amazing opportunity that you cannot pass up.
Come, talk with me. You must
Never capitulate!
I have an offer for you. Come here.
Vacate these premises!
I have an amazing opportunity that you cannot pass up.
come.
Trust your
Talk with me.
instincts.
You must
Sign up for the inquest today.
Ooh, what do we have? We got an elemental. Let's do it. Where's he at? Oh shit.
Fantastic! That went just as planned. Well, almost.
Your assistance is appreciated.
Lacking endurance.
Why are all these monsters trying to kill me? I have no bags, man. I got no bags.
Always be loyal to your crew.
Look out. Genius on the rise.
Genius on the rise.
I can't believe the audacity of the inquest. Building this lab in our purview.
The scale around here are meddlesome enough without those traitors inciting them.
Slide forward and blast the area, leaving behind a trail of fire. Genius en route, my friend. Genius en route. Damn.
Oh yes, I earned this.
Look how cool the graphics are. The graphics are so nice. The graphics are very nice.
Script-brained idiot! Script-brained idiot! Script-brained idiot! Script-brained idiot!
Endurance deficiency.
Script-brained idiot! Script-brained idiot!
How interesting.
Exterminate!
Hmm.
You asked for this.
Are you crazy? You're going to get us killed.
Yeah? If they come after me, I'll tear them to bits.
A meal today means no travel tomorrow.
Well, so far I definitely like the Ranger better. But I mean, you have so few skills in the beginning, and they're pretty... I don't know, they're okay, they're kind of boring. So we need to get to a higher level to see how it turns out. Character's pretty cool looking. Character's interesting looking. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, guys, and then I'll be right back. And I need to get a drink too. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna play the Hunter Ranger again a little bit. Let me check my phone, see if my wife called. You sent me pictures like 3 hours ago or something. I didn't even see him. Can't believe it's already like 7:30. Thanks, Crybo. All right. So.
Battle awaits.
Well fought, everyone. But keep your eyes open. They'll be back.
Shit, I missed it. Damn it. As I was going to get that event, I missed it. Oh, wow. Gain swiftness when swapping weapons in combat. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm not really sure how this build template works, guys. Skirmishing. Okay, looks like I'm building out a template. I have no idea what I'm doing. So these are the different specializations. Yeah, I haven't done this yet. I really need to figure out like a good build for like a ranger. I don't really want my pet to be. Let's try Guild Wars 2 Ranger PvE.
Today, let's look at profession number 8 of 9, That is the Ranger. What is the best, most comfortable way of running around in standard PvE? The open world, story missions,
I like
general content,
wooden
the
potatoes
vast majority
site.
of what there is to do in the game. What's the best way to go through? Well, Ranger is quite a complicated class, I'd actually say, with a lot of different things to think about, particularly when it comes to the new elite specialization, the Soul Beast, the fact that it's got the pets as an added element of buildcraft. Well, for me, I do think that Soul Beast is the best way to go forwards, and in this video I want to show you how. Let's open up with a bit of a montage of some of the stuff it's capable of, running around and mobbing and clearing lots of groups of enemies and maybe some more decidedly difficult encounters, and then we'll run through exactly how it works. So here's a few clips for you. Opening with a tiny bit of Corteria, I just want to show you the strength of our main attacks. And you'll see we pretty much 3-shot or 4-shot most things based on whether we get that one crit or not. This is in Ore, of course, at level 80 scale, fighting level 80 creatures. You see I'm using the axe. We'll talk a lot more about that in a minute when we get into the build section of the video. Axe is pretty good because it can AoE. It's got incapacitation effects that mean the couple of attacks that come towards you won't necessarily do anything. And the offhand isn't that great for killing random enemies. Most of them die too quick, but I mean, that's not a big problem to have, right? You can, in some circumstances, end up pulling up lots of things into you and then blowing them up. But as you see, for most of these endgame areas in core, stuff just dies too quick. The other weapon set here, we have a lot of burst potential. So this is the Greatsword. We're also using some of our Soul Beast skills here, like Worldly Impact there. Everything I'll explain in a second. Greatsword's really nice. It's become very clear why, as tend to prefer this on more condition or hybrid playstyles, which I'm not actually talking about here, but you can throw this out in point-blank melee as kind of a big shotgun attack, and that's always kind of nice. And then finally, Winter's Bite, which we have actually traded, but what this will do is if we say throw this at the sand line, it's another axe similar to the auto, but it actually explodes doing chill and is AoE all on its own. So this one will be 5 targets, and what's really cool about Winter's Bite is it's actually very, very big damage. If you look at the modifier there, it says 1,400, and as we build our might, you'll notice here just by autoing, we've got over 20 might. As we build it, you see it gets closer and closer to 2,000 on a non-crit, which is really huge. So a big part of Axe is just running around utilizing this. Then we do get a choice of an offhand. You could go with the Warhorn in the offhand if you really wanted. That would give you more fury and swiftness and stuff, but we have tons of that anyway, as you're about to see. It would give you a bird attack, which has a very cool synergy with one of the Soul Beast elites, but we're not running that. So I don't really worry about that. Dagger is a little bit low impact, even though it had a bit of a rework, and Dagger is generally better on condition builds, which we don't worry about. Or you could just go Axe offhand. Now, Axe Offhand has a lot of strong stuff. First of all, we got the Path of Scars. So we fire this axe out. It will hit twice, do big break bar damage, or pull a whole group of enemies into us. And this can allow us to get through break bars, bull things up for setting up our skill 5, Whirling Defenses. And so this is kind of a very classic, iconic Ranger skill. It was actually a Guild Wars 1 ability that they reworked in Guild Wars 2. This is a monster, all right? It gives you retail, which we don't worry about, but it puts 12 vuln up, which is excellent, as we are a little bit vuln light on this build. And this gives you, you know, vuln caps at 25. So if you're getting 12 from this one skill, you're like halfway there already, right? So it does all of that, but look at the damage too. 12 hits, which roll up to 7,800 before we're looking at crits or any other stuff. This is an insane skill. It's whirling at the same time, and it's reflecting projectiles at the same time. This is one of those skills that just sneakily got buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed, and is really insane. If you were to play this skill,
look at his creepy,
his
crazy looking Ranger.
High-end PvE stuff, you can see it rolls well over 100k. It's a really, really awesome thing that you're going to be hitting 50k plus all on your own as you run around in the open world. Really fantastic. So the idea is you can use Path of Scars to pull a bunch of enemies in that then are all getting hit by Whirling Defenses, because it will hit 5 targets. You could even open that whole thing up with a Winter's Bite, so they're all chilled and they can't even walk away from you very quickly. So Axe is just nasty, and the vast majority of your time on this build, you could just stay on Axe. You don't have to do anything else. You can roll through these, you can use your utility, as I'll show you in a second, and you can just kind of, you know, spam your auto attacks when they stop blocking or evading or whatever. This is a big veteran guy. We can use the Whirling Defenses, and look, before we've even rolled too much, that was a 28k Whirling Defenses right there. And you can stay on Axe forever. I will say, though, you do get another weapon set, of course, and I do think there is something useful you can run on it. For me, it's the greatsword. This is the other weapon that I'm recommending. You could put a longbow on there. I've got no
I love
problem
the
with longbow.
steampunk.
There's a bit more break bar on it. There's good range. If you
I like
have a
the
longbow on the
longbow.
other set, you
I
can
like
kind of
the
open
longbow.
from far away. So feel free to try the longbow. But I do like greatswords. I've just got a standard air and force greatsword here on Berserker stats. The thing I like to do with greatsword is the maul into hilt bash into maul combo, which basically allows you to just spike a target down when it's kind of low. Basically what you do is you run around using your axe skills as I've described, and then when it feels like the target might die and you've already got loads of might and you don't really care about just autoing, maybe you know, you open up, maybe use the skill 4 and the skill 5. Right, I mean, he's going to die, and I've got to be very careful with it. They'll die in, like, one animation. I need to be near a veteran. But when they're low, you can just quickly swap to the other set and hit Greatsword 2, right? So, Maul is just a massive, meaty hit, okay? Look at that. No might, no nothing. We're almost at 2k already. You just slam that down, and that will probably kill them. If it doesn't kill them, you can follow up with a hilt bash, which is a stun, and this instant refreshes your maul as well. So you can go maul, hilt bash, maul, and that's just a really good finisher. Once they're finished off, you're on greatsword, and you want to break combat, well, you can use the greatsword 3 in the meantime to just charge off. So this is what I like greatsword for. I don't really use the counterattack too often on greatsword. I don't really use the auto attack very much. I just use it as a bit of a finisher set or a bit of a mobility set, and that's how I like to play it. You could go longbow though. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you're a ranger that feels like you really need to have a ranged skill because, you know, you're misinterpreting what the title of the class is about, go for it. That's totally cool with me, and you can play that. The other nice thing about greatsword really is that while we're on axe, we're pretty much mostly projectile. I mean, the 5 isn't really projectile, but all the other ones
outrun a
are.
centaur.
And sometimes you will find stuff that blocks projectiles or does annoying stuff. Like these sand lions themselves, the reason they block so much is because they destroy projectiles specifically. So when you're in situations like that, that's where greatsword can be pretty nice too. If you go longbow on your other set, then you're not going to get that advantage. You're still going to be pretty much projectile locked, except like barrage. So yeah, that's what I like to do for the weapons. Let's talk about utility skills as well now. The right-hand side of our bar. Now, you'll notice what's quite interesting about these here is none of them are seeking to do damage. The way I have set my utility skills up is that every single one of them is about giving us boons and is about augmenting our damage. It's all just about quality of life through boon uptime and passive effects. Nothing here is like an animation that will do a strike or whatever, which you can see on a lot of the other builds. It means that the utilities can be kind of spammy, but there is a lot of rhyme and reason to how and when you might like to use them. So let's get through it. First of all, we'll start with the heal skill, We Heal as One. Now this is our command. The first big thing that's nice about this is actually one of the lowest cooldown heal skills for Ranger.
We heal as one.
So let's move over. It's one of the lowest cooldown heal skills, which means that you can... Wow, we managed to aggro him anyway? Fine, we're going to drop down.
I want a glider.
In a fight,
I don't have a glider.
Standing around
I want a glider.
For ages to use it in another one, you can just
when
go
do I get a glider?
as soon as possible. Its heal itself
This pet's
isn't actually
crazy
that great,
looking,
but
me.
what we really want is the special perk on it, which is this: that we gain our pet's boons, and our pet gains our boons. So the idea here is that when we give ourselves a ton of might with Ricochet, if we use the heal
I could
skill
outrun
just
a
to heal
centaur.
ourselves, now the pet is going to be super high damage. Or equally, if we manage to give the pet a ton of boons, then we will get those ourselves. Now that's the really cool bit. It allows us to basically get double effectiveness out of a lot of our boon stuff. And so let's look at another utility skill to really demonstrate this in action. Quickening Zephyr. Now, this is a stun break. I do like actually having a stun break on most of my PvE builds. However, we don't often use this for stun break. We're going to be casting this very readily as much as we can. And all this is giving a quickness. When we cast this, we get quickness, and our pet gets quickness too, as well as giving super speed to the both of us. Super speed isn't a boon, but quickness is. So, when I press this, I get quickness, the pet gets quickness, and you see it's got a certain duration. But if I heal while this is up, it will increase the duration of that quickness again, because I'm going to get it back. I'm going to take it off of the pet and give it back to myself, and the same will happen here. So we juggle the quickness using the heal, right? And in this way, Quickening Zephyr is now a stronger utility skill because of the heal that we're using. Now, I do want to be clear. The way that this skill works is it doesn't copy the exact boon. So, for example, when we press Quickening Zephyr, it says it's going to be 7 seconds of quickness. So if I do Quickening Zephyr and then instantly we heal as one, does that mean I'll get 14 seconds of quickness? Well, actually, the answer to that is no. It's like a flat amount. The pet is on guard, but it's killing everything. I'm going to make it avoid combat completely. I guess these things are just aggroing on us, and the pet knows before I do. So here, if you watch very closely, when I hit this and then I quickly heal, we won't actually double the duration of quickness. We're still only at 7 seconds. It's a flat amount, all right? So if the game detects that the boon exists, it will give you what is listed when we mouse over. So if the pet had quickness when I use this skill, then I'm going to get 2.25 seconds quickness. Or if I had quickness when I use the skill, then he's going to get 2.25 seconds. It doesn't actually matter if I had 100 seconds. It won't copy the full 100. It will ever only do the 2.25. And then that's the same for the regeneration, which you can see listed there is at 5, or the Aegis, which is listed at 5, and so on and so on and so on. Nonetheless, it is still a very cool skill, and it will detect stack counts, which we'll talk about in a second. More on the boon stuff. We do have a Soul Beast skill that I love here. It's called Mower Stance. This is instant activation, but it's not...
Okay, so he's got... Let's go ahead and train this one. He likes having that one, so let's try...
I could outrun a centaur.
Getting Zephyr. Ah, interesting. Try this.
You got me!
We heal as one!
Interesting. So interesting. There's a lot of stuff in Guild Wars 2, a lot of different variations.
I could out...
Attack!
You're dead!
We heal as one!
Yeah, so you have to do it pretty fast.
I could outrun a centaur.
More will come. We heal as one. We heal as
You're
one.
kidding, right? The fun's over here.
Oh, I screwed that up. I certainly screwed that up.
We heal as one. We heal as one.
Cormir, enlighten me. We heal as one.
I'm not sure if I really like. Kind of interesting, but he's right that once you go with the double axe, it's kind of nice to use the great sword in the other hand, because you end up in melee quite often. Really been looking at my gear here. This coded message.
Help me over here!
You got me.
I promise a painful end.
Pain for pain. We heal as one. Time to do some real damage. We heal as one.
Oh, the wife of Tori's texting me. Let's see what she wants. Is that an alligator? There's a freaking alligator right in the middle of her in the road. My wife just sent me a picture. She's driving down the road. There's a fucking alligator right in the road. That's a pretty big one, too. Oh my god. I haven't seen an alligator in a while down here. The gator! Alright. I'm still not really digging this combat rotation. There's the short bow that I used quite a bit. Let's try...
We heal as one.
Back me up!
I think in Guild Wars there's certainly certain weapon setups that work really well, like better than others, you know. But I think you have to kind of pick what fits your playstyle, you know.
We heal as one.
Time to do some real damage.
We heal as one.
Cormir, enlighten me.
We heal as one.
He was really beating up my pet.
Time to do some real damage.
We heal as one.
There's like a spider queen nearby. Come on, you damn it.
I promise a painful end.
Venom, too strong. I could outrun a centaur.
We heal as one. We heal as one.
If only I could.
Hey, what's up, Reptilian? How you doing, man? Run!
The bridge must be repaired at all costs.
Look at how great the graphics are here. It's really cool. Alright, my wife's texting me again. The bridge must be repaired. Well, how do I repair it is the question.
I watch over this place.
I could outrun a centaur.
Whoa. Look at that girl and her mount. Damn. It's so weird that I have this little eagle as my pet.
Time to do some real damage.
May Lissa confound you. Now she's saying she just saw a hog. What? Let me look at these pictures. Saw a snake. Damn, she's seen a snake, a alligator, and a hog. Oh my god, that's a lot of different animals to see in one trip out there.
Time to do some real damage. Cormir, enlighten me. Time to do some real damage. I could outrun a centaur.
Oh.
I could outrun a centaur.
We heal as one.
Feel the fury. Mine. All mine.
All mine. Mine, all mine, baby.
Nice one.
We heal as one.
Time to do some real damage. I could outrun a centaur.
You're kidding me, right?
I could outrun a centaur. Feel the fury.
Can't breathe.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Oh, all the way from over there. Jeez. The range this plant has.
We heal as one.
Time to do some real damage. I Could use a hand over here. Endurance running low.
No.
We heal as one.
Ooh, it blew up. The plant blew up. It nailed me.
We heal as one.
Bitch.
We heal as one.
Report any suspicious activity.
Alright guys, that's it for the stream. I'm gonna take a little break. I think my wife's gonna be home pretty soon. But yeah, actually I enjoy Guild Wars 2. It's a really good game. I need to learn and like skill up on the Ranger because I really don't know much about how to play the class. I've got this funny eagle pet, which is interesting. You know, there's a lot of other pets you can get. So I'll watch some videos and I'll spend some time learning the Ranger. And the next time I do a video here on Guild Wars 2 Ranger, I'll know a lot more and I won't be such a noob. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. Oh, you just stopped by ordered pizza. Thanks, Sonic. Thanks to way to make me feel bad. I'm not hungry though. I had a huge lunch. But I'm gonna take a break. Maybe watch that tutorial videos on the Ranger and Guild Wars 2 and learn more about the class. And I will talk to you guys later. I'll be back maybe later tonight. All right, peace out. Bye.